What's the motivation for the source?
To badmouth the candidate or the source of the
Well, he may need bad mouthing. We just don't know yet.
yeah, we don't know the motivation, or we don't know if the person's true and verified.
So to your point, it seems to me we have a two-part job. One is to get the facts right. And then the second part of the job is to get the right facts. Let's don't just be the expert of the what. Let's be the expert of the so what, the why, the where, the how, the what else. So let's see what happens when we do that. Last week, and those of you on my Twitter feed, Tompkins, saw me explode on this one last week. Last week, the FBI, anybody here from the FBI? But sometimes they actually come to my sessions, and I'm happy to have the FBI information folks are really very helpful in a lot of ways. So I'm not here to badmouth them. I'm just here to badmouth this press release, okay? But this particular press release said this. This is on the FBI Twitter feed. FBI this week, infant abductors using new and violent techniques. The FBI has an important message. I'm in. Even though it's Friday afternoon, I was packing up my computer, I'm in. New and violent techniques on a Friday afternoon to steal infants, I'm there. What do you got? So, what I ended up doing was going on to the FBI page, I'm going to share it with you in a second. But it included this quote from an FBI data profiler who said this. Listen, this is an exact quote you're going to hear say it. In some cases with expectant mothers, they actually cut the infant out of the mother's womb, thus killing the mother in attempting to taking their infant. Holy hell! Really?
Actually,
Why haven't I heard of this?
We've had a couple of cases where I'm from.
Where the hell are you from?
remember
I don't think I want to say that.
90s?
I mean, the issue for us here is, where are you from? Where did this happen?
It wasn't in the place I'm from.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
from East Tennessee, but
Oh.
we had a wire story about one in the past couple
Oh,
of
you
years.
had a wire story about it. Okay. Let's listen to this story from the FBI.
The FBI has an important message.
By the way, does this sound like the FBI to you?
The FBI has an important message for new and expecting parents. Emerging trends show women who abduct infants are using new methods to commit their crimes. I'm Molly Halpern of the Bureau, and this is FBI This Week. The FBI is seeing an increase in infant abductions in non-hospital settings. The rise is attributed to enhanced security measures at hospitals. Intelligence analyst Ashley J. Douglas with the Criminal Investigative Division says that as a result, women abductors are using more direct and sometimes violent techniques.
In some cases with the expectant mothers, they actually cut the infant out of the mother's womb, thus killing the mother and attempting to take the infant.
Abductors are now using social media to target pregnant and new mothers. The sites are an easier and less risky way for perpetrators to develop trusting relationships with their victims.
We want to get the message out to these new and expectant mothers to let them know on these social networking sites, make sure that your privacy settings are up to par.
For more information, visit FBI.gov.
Wow. Why wasn't this your lead story? They're cutting babies out of mothers? Because of social media? I knew Twitter killed. I knew it. What the heck? So, you know, I sat back down Friday afternoon. I sat back down and said, what's going on here? I mean, what really is this? So I go to the FBI's website data section and start finding all sorts of data quotes from the FBI, including this one. This is a clip right off their page. I didn't transcribe it, I clipped it right off their page. It is relatively rare for infants to be abducted by strangers. From the FBI. So now I've got one story saying, beware, they're going to get on Twitter and steal your babies. And on the other hand, I've got FBI's own statistics showing that it's rare. It's really rare. They use the word rare. The only 2 of these cases that I know of, you say it happened, originally you said we had 2 such cases. When I pressed you, I said, really? Where are you from? I'm from East Tennessee. I know about Tennessee. I lived in Tennessee for quite a while. Never heard of such a thing. Tell me more about that. Well, it's a wire service story. Where's that wire service from? I find two references to this in the last 10 years, and none of them are in the United States. Now, maybe you've got some kind of thing going on, and if so, I'm open to the idea that it might have happened. It might have even happened twice. But I'll damn guarantee you that it didn't happen enough times to warrant an FBI alert that children are being cut out of their parents' wombs. It doesn't happen. Prove me wrong. It doesn't happen. Not like that. Not enough to warrant that. Go ahead.
Often no, and I don't know if this is the one I was thinking of, but I'm looking, the first thing that came up is about a Pennsylvania woman who beat a pregnant neighbor with a bat, drove her to a wooded area, and tried to cut the baby out of her belly.
Is that a social media story?
No, it's on the LA Times.
I'm only saying it doesn't fit this story. What is the relationship between those 2 women? Don't know. How did they find each other? Don't know. Are they sisters-in-law? I don't know. But it's not this.
Sure.
All I'm saying is it's not this. And you've already gone on, you search for stories. This should be, if the FBI is putting out a Friday afternoon alert, this should, you know what I'm saying? This is cream of the crop Friday night, scare the hell out of the viewer's story if it's true. And you can't even find one example, let alone one example in your own area. I'm only saying you've got to ask the magic question. Only you got to ask it more fervently. It's Friday afternoon and you're short on staff. Really? Because if it's true, we got a great story.